On any given night this holiday season, if you drive down Fairview Avenue in Canfield, you'll be treated to this spectacular light show. While this may look like the work of several people, it's all been set up by one man, Canfield resident Mike McAndrew.
It is pre-built, it is pre-planned, and I've been working on it all year.
The display includes over 500 static channels or individual light strands.
I have 17,000 pixel channels. That would be the really cool tree and effects that will be scattered throughout.
And that's a lot more than he worked with when he started the Canfield Christmas display 12 years ago.
Well, the first year when I very first started was 64 channels, and I thought that was overwhelming. And in a very short time, I started expanding to other neighbors. And I've had no shortage of neighbors that wanted to participate.
It's like it just sets the Christmas season.
Next door neighbor Andrea McConaughey has been a participant in the show since it began.
When the lights are up, you know it's Christmas.
I have some lights in my house, but Mike's coming to my house with his lights.
Tom Goodland, who lives about 6 houses down, will also be participating this year.
No, Mike's a great neighbor, a great guy, and he enjoys every minute of this. And we're glad we have somebody in this neighborhood that takes a big interest in that.
Through the month of December, up until the week of Christmas, McAndrew will continue hanging lights on more houses. Once it's finished, the display will cover 12 houses as well as 3 empty lots. So where do you start when creating a show like this?
First, you have to have a vision. When you hear a song, you have to think of how you want it to look. And then this is telling a story through lights. This is heavily computer programming.
Okay.
This isn't your typical Christmas light display.
Once he has the idea in his head, McAndrew uses a special software called Lightorama to program each static and pixel channel. When he started the show, this laptop did all of the programming work.
Now it's much more complicated. I have 3 screens. It's a pretty sophisticated computer system to run this, to program it. These are the channels, and this is strictly for icicles. And I'm telling these channels to turn on and turn off. With the lines, and it does look like a modified Excel spreadsheet, I'm controlling those timing points. I have to physically put them in, but I'm controlling where those points are based upon the song, and that's why the light reacts with the song the way that it does.
Programming pixels is a little more complicated. Each pixel in the sequence has 3 channels, red, green, and blue.
Now, it's not as simple as turning the light on or off. I have to turn all 3 channels on, and I have to turn them on a percentage. So all 3 channels on at 100% equals white. Any variation between that would equal any other color.
One song takes up to 60 hours to program, and that's before adding any effects. But McAndrew says that what's more important than the light count is the number of channels you have to program with.
This is the basic start of how this operates. And this here is 8 channels that I would have to be able to program. Completed versions would look like this, and that's what this device will become once I put it in a shell and add the cabling to it.
And the display draws hundreds of visitors during the holiday season.
Oh, it's bumper to bumper usually, especially on the weekends.
I see tons of cars. They lined up all the way down the street. Even down to my house. Past my house, I've seen them.
I tell people that if you're impatient, this is not the display to see. If you come, plan on waiting, whether it be 5 minutes or 2 hours. If it's the weekend, definitely plan on waiting a long time.
You can view the Canfield Christmas lights from now until New Year's Day. The display runs weekdays from about 5:30 to 10 p.m. and on the weekends until 11 p.m. Tune your car radio to 107.7 FM to hear the music.
I use traditional Christmas songs, songs that are fun in nature. Anything that would look good with animation in it. All of the props are hand-built. You can't just run out and buy these. So anything that you do see, it was fabricated here. Everything but the snowflakes. The snowflakes were bought at Target.
It's very exciting, very festive Christmas spirit. I love it. I enjoy it. It's getting better every year.
Everybody comes. I mean, people say to me, where do you live? And I say, right beside the Christmas lights. And they say, oh yeah, we come every year. We bring our grandkids and we tell our neighbors, and everybody just comes.